Let's talk about something that can literally change your life. What if you could face a sudden job loss or a huge unexpected medical bill without panicking? That right there, that's the power of a financial safety net. And it's not about being restrictive, it's actually about freedom. It's the foundation that lets you handle whatever life throws at you with total confidence. So let's dive in and figure out how you can build one. You know, the financial guru Suze Orman absolutely nails it with this quote. It's your financial seatbelt. I mean, think about it. When you're driving on a really bumpy road, that seatbelt keeps you secure, right? Well, an emergency fund does the exact same thing for your money, protecting you from all those unexpected jolts and potholes along the way. If you've ever felt that little knot in your stomach when you think about your savings, you are definitely not alone. A recent Bankrate report found that a whopping 6 out of 10 Americans feel uncomfortable with what they've got saved up. But here's the good news, okay? This is a totally solvable problem, and we're going to walk through every single step to get it fixed. So, what is our mission here, really? We're not just, building another savings account. No, we are creating a financial shock absorber. It's a tool with one very specific, very important job: to protect you when life inevitably gets bumpy. And let's be super clear about something. This money is not for a fun weekend getaway or for concert tickets. This is for the real life happens moments. We're talking about a sudden job loss, a medical emergency, or your car dying on the way to a big meeting. This fund is the one thing that stands between a really bad day and a full-blown financial disaster. Just saying, I need to save more money is kind of like saying, I want to be healthier. It's a nice thought, but it's not a real plan, is it? To make this happen, we need a concrete, tangible target. So let's figure out your number. You might think this is going to be complicated, but I promise it's actually super simple. First thing, figure out your bare bones monthly budget, just the absolute essentials, nothing extra. Then just decide how many months of security you're aiming for. Multiply those two numbers together, and bam, that's your goal. Easy, right? As you can see, right here, your goal just scales with what you need. So if you've got a really steady paycheck, maybe 3 to 6 months is going to be plenty. But if your income is a little less predictable, say you're a freelancer or work on commission, then aiming for that 6 to 12-month mark gives you a much, much stronger safety net. All right, we have our target number. Now for the most important part of all of this. How in the world do we actually hit it? Let's break down some seriously practical strategies that you can literally start using today. Listen, don't get discouraged if you can't save a huge amount all at once. The real magic here is in consistency. Automate your savings. Seriously, even if it's just $10 a paycheck, it makes a massive difference over time. You add in some of these other micro-saving tricks, and you'll be building your fund without even thinking about it. This slide pretty much says it all, doesn't it? Every single small deposit is like one more brick in your financial fortress. It might not look like much at first, but with that consistency, you will build a wall of security that can withstand pretty much any storm. Okay, you want to supercharge your savings? Then you combine those small, consistent habits with some big boosts. That tax refund you've got coming, or a bonus from work, instead of going on a spending spree, send it straight to your emergency fund. It's like finding a cheat code for reaching your goal way, way faster. So you're saving the money, which is fantastic. But where you actually store that cash is just as critical as building it in the first place. And I'll tell you right now, this is not a job for your regular old checking account. So where do we park this cash? I want you to think about 2 words: safety and speed. You have to know that your money is safe, and you've got to be able to get to it fast when you need it. This is not the time to be chasing high returns. This is all about security. So what's the absolute best place for your emergency fund? It's a high-yield savings account, or HYSA for short. Why? It's safe, you can get your money out super quick, and it actually pays you more interest than a regular savings account. Honestly, it's a total no-brainer. This table lays out your best options. Look, for most people, an HYSA is really all you're going to need. But if you're building a bigger fund, say for a whole year, you can think of it in layers. Keep your first 3 to 6 months of expenses in that super accessible HYSA. Then, for the rest, you could use something like T-bills, which are just as safe but might earn you a little bit more interest. Okay, so you've done it. You've been disciplined, you hit your savings goal, and your emergency fund is fully funded. First of all, congratulations, that's huge. But now, what happens next? You've hit your goal, so you just keep on saving more and more cash, right? Wrong. And I know this sounds crazy, but at this point, saving more cash can actually start to hurt your finances. Let me explain. I want you to think of your money in two different parts. Your emergency fund is your shield. Its only job is protection. But once that shield is built, it's time to launch your rocket, the part of your money that's designed for growth. If you keep too much cash sitting on the launch pad, you're missing out on the entire ride to long-term wealth. Once that emergency fund is full, it is time to redirect your saving power. Step 1, wipe out any of that nasty high-interest debt, like credit cards. Step 2, start funding your future by investing for retirement or other big goals. It's a simple but incredibly powerful 1-2 punch. So let's recap the key takeaways here. First, your emergency fund is your financial seatbelt. Second, calculate a real concrete goal, 6 to 12 months of your essential expenses. Third, build it with a combination of small, consistent habits and those big boosts. Fourth, park your cash in a high-yield savings account. And finally, once it's full, you pivot from saving to investing. That's the game plan.
Look, building this fund is a massive accomplishment, and it provides this incredible peace of mind. But it is not the end of the story. It's really just the beginning. It's the stable foundation that frees you up to start thinking bigger. So the real question is, with your safety net secure, what are you going to build next?